Hello, YouTube. I'm Vince White. I'm an employment attorney. On this channel, we answer publicly posted questions of YouTube users getting folks the answer they need from an employment attorney. I'm supposed to tell you to like, subscribe, comment down below, and share the video. It'll help the channel grow. Now, the question here from AG Fluga, who asked us, "Hi Vince, I left a mediation question on your Sunday video, and now I have another question." I did not see that mediation question, but I did see this question, so I'll answer this. Fluga goes on to ask, is it typical for a plaintiff's attorney to negotiate attorney's fees in the settlement? Is that disrespectful and or greedy for them to ask? So I got to need the context of what they're negotiating, right? There's a couple of different things that be going on. Excuse me, including, listen, sometimes plaintiff's attorneys will cut their fee a little bit to get a case done, right? If let's say the defendant is offering $250K and the plaintiff is like, listen, I need to walk out of here with $200K or I'm not going to do this. And the plaintiff's attorney knows in her or his heart of hearts that, like, if we run this trial, this case is worth $0. Like, this person cannot testify. This person just is not likable or capable of keeping his story straight, or like just does not appear trustworthy, or like whatever it is, right? So that plaintiff's attorney might say, hey, so my share is more than 50 grand on this case if you take that current offer for 250K, but what you're telling me is you need to walk out of here with 200. I will cut my fee so you can walk out of here with 200 so we can get this done, because you don't seem to be able to understand, like, you can't go to trial. Like, you can have $0 or you can have this deal, but like, you're not going to win. And that happens. That conversation happens. I don't think that's disrespectful. They might be disrespectful in how they go about it. Like, I've definitely been in a room and heard an attorney say, like, you are an effing moron. You're throwing away money. I'll spot you 20 grand if you shut up and take the deal. Like, that is very disrespectful. That is not an acceptable way to go about that. And I was not aligned with that person in any way. So I was just like, it was like a multi-party kind of situation where my client and I were like, this is ugly. hell of an attorney you got there. Now, listen, that attorney was absolutely correct. His client was, in fact, incapable of understanding the fact that, like, the case was shot. That case was worth $0 for that particular plaintiff, to a variety of things that happened. So it was like a smart move for the attorney, but the attorney didn't have to be so aggro about it, right? The attorney didn't have to be, frankly, like, shitty about it. The attorney can be like, all right, let me do you a solid. You want 200? Let me do it for you, right? Like, you should be decent about it. You don't have to be like, I've studied you as a person and I found that you're not a capable adult human being. You don't have the capabilities to make adult human decisions. So I'm going to treat you like an incompetent and just give you some money to make you go away. Like, that's basically the stance he took, right? And my client was fantastic and frankly had a much better claim. And we're just sitting there like, should we go get coffee? Like, this is horrific. And that attorney might be in jail now. But anyways, I digress. There's another context, fluga, that you might mean this is happening. And I get the sense this might be what you're saying. You're saying, is it disrespectful or greedy for the attorneys to factor in their fees in the settlement? Their fees coming direct from defense counsel, from the employer. It's not coming from you, right? If you stop and think about it, like, this industry doesn't give the money for the attorneys to the plaintiff. That doesn't happen. I can explain why. On average, most plaintiffs are judgment proof. You can sue them, you can win, but you're not going to collect. So if you give money to a plaintiff and they don't feel like being cool and giving it to their attorney, there's no recourse. Like, what are you going to do? I can sue this bottle of vitamins and I can win, but I'm not going to collect, right? And that's true of many plaintiffs in this field as well. So when you couple that with the idea that defense counsel and plaintiff side counsel will all collectively deal with multiple plaintiffs per year who try to steal the attorney fee, that's a common thing. There's a whole bunch of people who like can't grasp that this industry's been going for 60 years, I guess, and it's developed in a way to like make it work smoothly. And it's got precursor industries like personal injury that also develop the same things, right? So like they know how to run a case and actually get paid for their work. Like we're not new, right? We get hundreds or thousands of repetitions at this per year, depending on the firm you work at, as a firm as a whole, not as an individual attorney. But there's still lots of plaintiffs who be like, I know it's my first time here, but I bet you I'm the first to think that if I fire my attorney right before I accept the settlement, it's all mine, right? Like that guy rolls around every other month. So there's no plaintiff's attorney or defense attorney who's like, yeah, we're going to give the money straight to the plaintiff. That will never happen. The plaintiff's actual fee, like if you're on like a 1/3 deal, right? 33% to the attorney, rest to the plaintiff's portion will go directly to the plaintiff in many situations. Sometimes it won't. Sometimes it'll go to the attorney to be dispersed to the plaintiff. There's differences in jurisdiction and some tax planning stuff. There's some stuff going on there. But the attorney's fee will never, I have never, ever seen it go straight, that I can recall at least, go straight to the plaintiff. So if that's what you're asking about, yeah, it's not disrespectful or greedy. It's just them, one, doing you a solid in terms of tax planning. Like that is beneficial for your tax planning. And two, they're not completely stupid, right? So they're going to be like, yeah, so you cut my fee out, cut me a check for that. And listen, if you dispute their fee, great. Depending on where you are, you can file a grievance, you can file a fee dispute. Generally, what I would urge attorneys to do, if there's a dispute as to their fee, put it in escrow. There's lots of plaintiffs who'll be like, I dispute your fee. Cool, I'll put it in escrow. Let's go to a fee dispute committee. We'll have 3 arbitrators from the Bar Association decide if I earn my fee or not. Plaintiff's like, well, yes, we can go to the fee dispute committee, but in the meantime, I want the money. Like, no, your greatest asset is the chopsticks you stole from Chinese buffet. Like, no one's going to give you the money. You can't be sued for the money, right? And obviously this is a hypothetical judgment-proof plaintiff, right? We have certainly many clients who are very well-heeled, very well-to-do, and we still wouldn't give them the money. It's just not really, it wouldn't be best practice. It would be an exercise in self-loathing, right? And I do hate myself. But I like money, and I like getting paid for our work, and I'm not going to hate myself in the way that causes me to get ripped off. So, flagga, fluga, if that's what's going on, no, that seems super normal, and it's doing you a solid in terms of tax planning. If it's something else, comment down below. I will track the comments in this video and try to give you follow-up answers, but I hope this helps in some way. If this was helpful, like, subscribe, comment down below, share it, because it helps the channel grow.